and Joe and I had this conversation a little while back. When you're talking about your typical dating or relationships, it always seems like in today's society that it's always the guy that's got to work to win the girl over, right? The guy's got to have his shit together. The guy's got to have
been since day one.
Yeah, the guy's got to have a good job. The guy's got to have a car. The guy's got to do what? Like, okay,
be careful. We're in a Me Too moment. Be careful.
What if I am that dude? What if I am, for the most part, I got my shit together, I got a good living, I got a car, I got my own rent, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm supposed to just date some gold digging bitch that's off the street? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I want someone that's going to match my hustle. I want someone that's going to support. So I need a chick that's got a good job. I need a chick that got her own car. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He knows. Joe's like, fuck that shit. Like,
I'll tell you what, man. When I listen to these Joe Budden podcasts and they talk about all these girls, about how they're like always trying to milk dudes for everything and get the most, I'm like, man, I am glad I am not in that world. I am terrified of that world.
Bro, I couldn't do it.
Like, I got to do all this just to get your attention.
But as the male species, we got to take responsibility because
we got to kill the animal. We got to feed them.
We keep feeding into this shit and we think, just because we want the trophy wife. Yeah. We want the trophy. We want the bad chick, whatever. Probably can't even spell her own fucking name.
I'm sick of bad chicks.
Yeah, like, not saying that our women aren't bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is like what today's society of version of what a bad chick is. That's not a bad bitch to me. That's a boring bitch. We talk about. Anyways,
you need an asset, not a liability.
Hey, talk to him. This is a business. This is a fucking business, man. My life is a business.
And you need to put the right CFO.
Yeah, I'm saying.
In the motherfucker.
What he said? We said we need to change the verbiage. You need to be an investment, not an asset.
Actually, you need to be an investment, not an expense.
Expense, excuse me. Investment.
You want to be an asset and an investment.
And it's not a play on words with ass, even though it works.
Right, it works, exactly.
Look, man. 1, 2, 3.
I wanted to know what we were counting for. I thought you guys had like a secret thing where you're counting or something.
What?
I don't know if I was in on this.
1, 2, 3.
Look at that.
Shit. Unity.
Dot box. That's what we were talking about.
Dot box.
The definition of dot box.
Now, is it her actual vajayjay?
Yeah.
Or is her as a whole a thought box?
I mean, I don't know. That's the question.
What are you, 9 years old?
Vajayjay? What do you think?
9 years old from the suburbs, Joe?
So we were listening to the song. And Mike has said the thought box could be something that it could be smashing in the car, right? Because
there's hot box.
Yeah.
But if you thought box your car.
Yeah. And I said that it could be that because
guess what it smells like?
Yeah.
Hopefully nothing.
The thought being that hole over there, it could be that thot's box, for all to say. So, listeners, if you guys know, let us know. Let us know what you think a thought box is.
We're gonna open the lines.
We're gonna open the lines. The comments are freshly open. You know what I mean? And we're gonna go from there. Let us know.
Yeah, slide in our DMs.
Yeah, there you go.
With your thought box
thought box.
Yeah. It's all based on perception.
It's pretty much what it is. I don't think there's no wrong answer.
True.
Well, until Webster puts it in their
or
dictionary.
let's ask Hitmaker.
Yeah. Have you guys seen any of these challenges for the?
Yeah. They're crazy.
Pretty good.
Yeah. My life is a challenge. I ain't need challenges in my life, bro.
The white man in the room is saying his life is a challenge.
Data Latina, they said.
I am 25% white, okay?
25%?
I am 25% white. I need you to respect the rest of me, okay?
What's the rest of you?
Latin.
Okay. What percentage?
And Pacific Island.
What percentage is
half Latin? So 50% Latin.
So you got 25% left?
25% Pacific Island. And then 25% Dutch.
Dutch doesn't fall in.
I thought you were Italian, bro.
Yeah, Dutch is white.
Yeah. You're Sicilian.
So
Sicilians are Latin people.
Oh, that's Latin?
That's Latin.
100%.
Sicilian is Latin?
Yeah. They're darker down in Sicily than in Italy because they're closer to the Mediterranean.
Well, because they eat more red sauce than they eat white sauce.
That's it. Yeah, so they turn red.
And but now you said
Specifically
Island. Right?
Pacific Island. Yeah,
right.
that's the Indonesian. Indonesians are Pacific Islands.
Got you.
They're Pacific Islands.
So technically, that's not Asian, right? No.
It's its own thing.
Yeah,
it is,
like,
but it's like
Filipinos
its own
are Pacific Islands.
We eat the same food, more or less the same food. Filipinos.
So you're more Asian than anything.
No, more Latin than anything.
On your dad's side? Or?
My dad is half Dutch and half Indonesian. My mom is full Sicilian. Y'all do the math. Yeah? You see it?
Yeah.
Because you see Pacific Islands, you're like, oh, that looks like Joe.
Well, the older Joe gets, the more he's turning into his dad.
Yeah, I'm starting
Joe
to
say
make
he's
Clyde
Latin
faces.
because he's from the valley. Joe's white. We going to just put it out there.
Honorable mention Latin.
You are.
All right. Anyway, look, we got a podcast to start. Welcome to the MikiDz Podcast, episode 14.
Honorable mention Hispanic.
14.
DJ Rell.
DJ Rell.
14.
Oh, yo, you know what? I don't know how to say 14. I can count up to 100.
We ran out of. All right, we're getting there.
Yeah.
That's the one number.
That's the one number.
Anyway, I'm MikiWAR.
I know how to say 13, but we ain't doing 13. Right?
We're skipping. For those that don't know, we're skipping 13. Some elevators don't have 13, and
according to Joe,
some airplanes don't have row 13.
Yeah, look. So we're gonna be honest. We fucked up.
Plus, we're from.
we had to restart this podcast.
No. Let's write it. We're from the Valley. There's 13th Street. We got to be careful.
I mean, yeah. Political,
exactly.
sense.
East Valley.
Anyways,
Shout out to East
episode
Valley.
14.
But this episode 14, take 2.
Yeah.
if you don't mind. And we are back.
Yep.
We clearly are superstitious, so we don't want that bad luck on us.
Right.
And super excited to get this shit going. How was your weekend, Joe?
You know, let's start with you, Rell.
My weekend was cool. Like I said, excuse me. They don't know, but anyways, my weekend was cool. I didn't work this past weekend, but I did get a chance to go check out some good friends of ours. Went to go check out DJ Prince, Night Train, and DJ Aziz. DJ Prince put together an event, a night called For the Love. Really, really, really dope. For any of you guys out there who know DJ Prince out here in LA, he used to be part of an event called R&B Only. And they traveled. I actually got a chance to check them out. I think it was last year, if I'm not mistaken, out in the Bay. And it was in like a hall, and it was sold out, and it was huge. R&B music all night. And it was amazing. And I was just like, dude, this is crazy. And he part ways with those guys and started his own night for the Love.
Hold on. Let me interrupt. I just want to give love to the people that can organize a function and sell out a hall.
A hall.
Like not a club.
Not a club.
I'm talking like 4 walls of the most basic shit
you can ever see, man. And I'm
like a quinceañera DJ booth, probably.
Yeah, think about if you guys anybody that lives in LA, think about Belasco downtown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
an old theater.
It's an old theater.
Right.
Yeah.
They were selling out spots like that.
I used to go to church there.
You know what I'm saying? They did a church service down there. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like no table, like it wasn't set up to be, table service or anything like that.
Right.
And same thing with this event that he's doing now. He did it at he had it at Los Globos. I guess it's considered not downtown, but like Silver Lake area.
Okay.
Real dope. Like I said, so
that's where he throws Shaba, right?
Yep. Exactly.
Okay.
We got there. My people and I, we got down there like 11ish.
Okay.
I always like to get to spots early just to check out the scene because I figured once you get past 12:30, it's all the same.
Sure. Yeah.
Regardless of what the night is, it's all the same. So I like to get there early, check it out. We got there, we walked in, and I mean, dance floor is packed.
Yeah. You thought you were beating the rush.
Man, I thought I was gonna go in there and it was gonna be like I got some room to throw some bowls, you know what I mean? Like
Bumping
if
my
I want to do a little 2-step, it was tight in there, and I was like, oh shit, this is dope. You know what I mean? The dance floor was packed, the bar was packed, and this is the opening DJ still spinning.
Sick.
You know what I'm saying? And everything, and I was just like, man, it was great. It was overall a dope night. Prince killed it, Night Train killed it, Aziz killed it, everybody killed it across the board. And it was cool.
What was the demo like in there?
The demo was great. Demographic was amazing. From everyone was saying it was like, yo, it's so diverse in here.
Yeah.
Right.
I seen as far as like youngest could be 21, obviously, to I swore I saw people in their 60s in there.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then across the board, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Middle Eastern. I seen every race in there.
Yeah.
Like a lot of interracial couples.
There you go.
You know what I mean? It was crazy. And it was real dope. It was a great atmosphere, a great environment. And shout out to Prince, man, because I show face. You know, he booked me for the next one, and they're going to do it in October.
There you go.
So, looking forward to doing that. And yeah, that was how my weekend was. What about you guys?
There you go. Fellas, listen up. Show face.
Show face, man. We talked about this in networking, man.
Networking.
You know,
right
you
there.
show face.
Big do. Show
I ain't
face.
go. I just went because I had a Saturday off,
out.
and I just wanted to go hang out with a couple of cats that I knew, and I wanted to go check out the night, and I just went and
boom.
Shout out to Night Train because he booked me for his tribe event too. Actually,
that's what's up.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Doubled up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shit.
So yeah, shout out to those cats for that, man. You know, and like I said, it's just going out and showing face and showing support, man.
Right.
And you know, your intentions are genuine. People are gonna show love, so appreciate them.
It paid off for you to flake on me.
It did.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Mike. I love you. I didn't want to drive to Riverside. It was either Silver Lake or Riverside. And
And he saved on gas.
Look, man.
Yeah, I don't have a Tesla.
I would have paid for the gas. All right. That's what kind of friend I am.
But I didn't want to ask you to pay for the gas.
I mean,
you know?
all right, I guess I got to say it.
another
I got to
grown
step
man,
up.
you know?
I got to step up and communicate in this relationship.
Mike, communication is about listening, not about talking.
He said it's not about what I did, it's about what I didn't.
Well, you're listening, so you're good.
Anyway, I was at Riverside Saturday night.
Yep.
Before that, though, Andy, my little brother, and I shot down in San Diego for the Sunburn closeout party, the grand finale. Shout out to Miles Medina, who killed it. Shout out to all the homies that were down there: Nova, Chaos, Shadowman, Angie V.
Nice.
Of course, Kevin.
Man.
You know, who holds it down with the whole Sunburn team.
Yep.
It is actually my first time there since we didn't really put it out there, but we did a collab for all the headwear at Sunburn.
I saw that
pool.
I saw that. Them hats look crazy.
The hats look dope,
Yeah.
you know. And what's funny is when the samples came, or when the hats came in, I was like, "Damn, that logo's too big on the side. It looks funny." And then when I saw it in person, I was like, "Damn, this is just really good branding."
Yeah.
Everybody was super happy, and I got to check it out, so it was cool. Day was a little gloomy early on, but you know, from there, it you know, you can't stop a good party. So it was jumping, man. Shout out to Sunburn for having a great season. They're done now, you know, until next summer, and so hopefully we'll cook up some more collabs and cool stuff with them next year. And then after that, shot back up to Riverside same day, you know what I mean? Made the move.
Yeah.
Came back up, played at Prohibition, and man, no complaints ever in that room.
Nice.
They shout out to Jason, man. They have this opener, aka a CD playing, while somebody stands up there. But hold on. They do it so that the budget can be allocated
Okay.
to the headliner.
To the headliner. Okay.
You know what I mean? So startup time's a little earlier. And
what time did you go on? 11:30?
I went on at 11.
11 o'clock? Okay.
Yeah, which I don't mind because it lets me reset the room.
Exactly.
Lets me do my thing.
100%.
Even though this opening set, the last song I played was Money in the Grave, I was like, oh, hold on. Like, this isn't really opening.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to talk to your boss.
This isn't the same mix I heard last time. But honestly, though, like it was a good little mix prior to jumping on. Got to reset the room, do my thing, and then just really get into basically any genre. You know, it's age demo probably ranges to like the 40s,
So,
you know, down to the 20s and 21s, or I should say 21s.
Yeah.
Let's not get anybody in trouble.
Right?
Definitely 21s.
Good job.
Everyone was 21.
21s and up.
Exactly.
But the night was good. You know, had some Mag Park staff come out, and you had a good time, man. Got to play everything.
You had your Mag Park staff drive all the way out to Riverside?
No, some of them live out there. So
you have Mag Park staff that lives out in Riverside?
Can I remind you?
You have a store in Orange County.
What a privilege it is to work for Mag Park. Now these guys, shout out to like.
Wait a minute.
Wait, how far of a drive is Riverside in Orange County?
No, they work at the Topanga and Burbank
they
store.
work
You
at
have
the
Mag Park
furthest
staff
one.
They were
that
the
lives in Orange
furthest
County?
one.
I mean, in Riverside?
They live in Chino, which is probably further.
Damn.
And they drive an hour and a
You
half.
must have good.
Listen,
good
Mag Park
pay
staff.
And,
Look, man, they're
Mag Park staff.
Matter of fact, let me get an application, man, because
Look, I'm gonna give a shout out to Josh and Jonathan. They're the brothers,
Damn.
older and younger brother, and they're both managers at each shop respectfully.
Yeah.
Location?
Burbank
and
one. Josh is the head or the manager at Topanga,
Mm-hmm.
and then
shit,
little
he's
brother
got further.
is the assistant manager at Burbank.
Okay.
And shout out to them. You know what I mean? They're both on salary, so they're doing just fine. And they're worth the drive. Even though they told me that they were going to move, and they didn't. A bunch of liars.
You know, that just shows how much they believe in the brand.
No, but
That's dope.
for real. Like honestly, like I'm grateful for them and their desire to want to be in traffic every day. I think one of them even drives stick. So like, God bless him.
Jeez.
In traffic, gotta strong cap.
In this texting era, it's got to be tough.
Yeah, it's got to be rough.
A lot of voice notes being sent out.
But look, I'll be honest with you, man. When we say we're hiring, I mean, we're not getting less than 150 resumes.
Y'all are paying like y'all are like the in and out of fast food restaurants.
No,
they pay the best out of all
them.
them.
No. We're not. But like,
great benefits and shit.
Look, let me tell you something. Running and operating a business, we ain't got to get deep into this shit, but like minimum wage in California just bumped up in Los Angeles County to $13.25.
13. They trying to move it up to 15.
It will be by 2020.
Oh,
that's crazy.
And that does complicate some things on the business side.
Yeah, of course it does.
Definitely cuts your bottom line down. But
Ungrateful motherfuckers.
Yeah, but like when somebody,
Selfish.
but like when like King Taco tells you like, oh, we're paying, starting at 15 or 14, because like there's this whole thing you can Google it up, but like hotels in downtown LA specifically, right? Mm-hmm. I think their minimum wage is 17 or 18 an hour.
Okay.
So like when you have a certain amount of employees, then your minimum wage is actually affected. We're under the 25, so we're right at the threshold.
Okay.
But like in LA County, it's $13.25. Orange County is like 11 an hour. Like it's different. It just depends on the county. And so if you look up whatever the laws and bylaws and whatever.
Got you.
Yeah, it's expensive running a business.
Sounds like it.
Telling Dainja about
Sounds
that.
stressful.
But anyway, enough about all that crap. Nobody wants to hear about that shit. Dainja, how was your weekend, man?
Yeah,
you were in Vegas.
Thursday, I was in Vegas. I did Marquee Day Club. That was actually the last Thursday of the season that they'll be open.
Nice.
Shout out to those guys. They know who they are. I don't want to drop names. I don't need people sliding in their DMs and having to come back to me.
Joe said y'all niggas is hiring.
Mac Park's hiring.
Shit.
But then later on that night, I did Tao, and I opened for Brody Jenner.
Nice.
And that was an interesting experience because I'd never seen him DJ before, and I figured a lot of girls would come out. And surely enough, they did. If you don't know who he is, he's a Kardashian. I don't know. I don't even know if he
don't disrespect him like that.
He's a part of the Kardashian clique. He's Bruce
Brody
Jenner. He's Caitlyn Jenner's son.
He had the hills before the Kardashians.
Okay, I don't know. Oh, okay, fair, cool. I didn't know that.
He's just mad he met a DJ more good looking than him for once.
He's like the Vinny Chase of DJs. He looked just like Vinny Chase. You know what? I don't know. I was in the back area. My friend got a table, so I hung out and I couldn't see with all these girls standing in the way.
But you could hear.
Let me get to that. So he brings Devin Lucian with him.
Okay.
If not Devin, I think it's William Lifestyle. I could be wrong, but so I want to say the way it was explained to me is he DJs for a little bit, and then Devin DJs for a little bit. And while Devin's DJing, he does antics, whatever. So I don't know. I really literally could not see who was DJing and what was going on. So while he's playing, Brody would take off his shoe and put champagne in his shoe and drink the champagne from his shoe. Word was, not that this clears him of anything, word was it was a fresh pair of shoes, Adidas shell toe.
I mean, was his socks fresh? Was his feet clean?
I don't know. I imagine so. So that's his thing. And then he does the same thing and feeds the girls below him.
Feeds the birds.
Feeds the birds, yeah. Gives them Scooby snacks. So
wait. Have you ever drank out of anything besides a cup?
A trophy.
What trophy?
Trophies.
Trophy. I have a trophy from Fire Pool. If you guys don't know what Fire Pool is a quick little DJ link up that DJ Cheap Shot had put together.
Shout out to Cheap Shot.
Big shout out.
And they gave me an award.
What was the award for?
For Blackest DJ.
That just kind of tells you how the awards went.
What year was this? It was like 2013?
2000. I want to say 2011,
12,
something like that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
You think you could get away with that?
No,
category
that's what I said.
2019?
At the time, you know, it was funny. Like, oh shit, like, oh man, you know, I got an award, blah blah blah. And I think the category was the nominees were me, Lil Jon's son, and I can't remember. It was only 3 of us. I forgot who it was, and then they ended up giving it to me, and I was just like, you know, it was all fun and games at the time. But then we thought about it for a second, and I was like, yo, this is racist as fuck.
Now when Rell looks at that trophy on his coffee table, he just stares at it.
I use it as an ashtray. I use it as an ashtray in my house now, but I did take a shot out of that, like, you know.
Yeah.
Back when I was young, dumb, and, you know, doing dumb shit like that. But
being the blackest DJ.
Being the blackest DJ. I'm still the blackest DJ, so, I mean.
Nobody can take that crown from you today, right?
Yeah.
I'm all for any challenges. Anybody want to take that challenge on? Let's go.
Whatever the qualifications are.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Let's get it. We have to call up Cheap Shot in action.
You ever take a shot at anything besides the cup?
A bottle.
You're so boring.
Moving on.
You're like the guy that only had sex missionary.
Yeah. With the lights off.
With the lights on so I can see what she's doing. So I can make sure she ain't doing anything funny.
With
my pajamas on.
Joe could probably count on him one hand how many shots he's taken in his life.
No. I don't have that many fingers.
2 hands.
Yeah,
at least 2 hands.
I've taken like 43.
Stop it.
I've taken 43, yeah.
43 shots in your entire life.
Yeah.
What's that, 8 hands? Plus 3?
Sure.
Anyways.
All right, 43 shots.
Yeah.
What about you?
Are you going to cut it off at 50?
We'll see.
Okay. All right. I just drank out of B-Dot's NBA Celebrity MVP trophy in Vegas.
Yeah.
We were acting a fool.
Yeah.
Shout out to B-Dot, man. That's my bro.
Fun guy.
He is the... Shout out to DJ No Daddy. That's what it is.
Oh, wow. I forgot.
DJ No Daddy.
Yep.
Man.
In case anybody used to remember. But anyway, go ahead with your story, please.
Vegas.
So yeah, Brody Jenner.
Shoes, champagne.
Champagne. Yeah, you get it. That was his whole thing. But the crowd was great. When he was done, they were still there wanting to party. So, you know, I did my thing.
Did he
what
put
I had
his
to do.
shoe back on after pouring champagne out?
It's a good question. I don't know. I should have checked on that, but
probably wore dry fit socks.
Sure. Yeah,
I guess so.
Probably had another pair.
True.
Fresh socks.
So that was it. And Schoeny came out to hang out.
Hey,
network.
DJ Schoeny.
Last time he came out in August, a girl asked if we were twins. We said no, but we appreciate the compliment, and we've kind of ran with the since. So that's my twin, except he's like the more fun, cooler looking twin with all the tats and the bleached hair.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
He drinks.
Yeah.
Right.
So overall, just way better than me. So much cooler than me.
Fuck this podcast.
I'm done. So yeah, he came out, and you know, if you look at Schoeny's Instagram, you think this guy's hilarious. He's all jokes, and because it's a bunch of memes, and he is all the above. But every time I sit down with him, well, it's actually the second time we sat down and had dinner. Like, the dude's all substance. Like, we were just talking about how we can make the culture better, how we can grow, what we got to do to get into certain situations. And the last time he came out, none of the bookers came out, you know, and I understand he's not just there to look at his twin, do his thing. He wants to network and connect with people.
Because he doesn't live in Vegas. He's in San Diego.
No, he's a San Diego guy.
Yeah.
But he's like, you know what, fuck it. I'll cancel my gig and I'll come out and hang out with you.
He canceled the gig and came out.
Yeah, man means business.
Good for him.
That's what's up.
So we're talking at dinner, and again, last time he came out, there was no bookers around. And this time, I knew one of the bookers would be babysitting Brody Jenner.
Mm-hmm.
So I immediately hit Schoeny. Was like, yo, so-and-so's going to be there. Like, it's a good time for you to reconnect with him, because he's known him from a different situation, but there was a big disconnection. Nothing bad happened. They just, stopped talking.
Yeah.
So I said, perfect opportunity, come out to Tahoe. So, we talked about it, and I told him, so we were trying to figure out other ways to help his cause of coming out here and growing with Tahoe Group. And, I told him, I know this guy's here on this day of the week, come out, or let him know, I want to come and hang out with you if I'm not an inconvenience. And I said, because they have a relationship. I'm not saying to go talk to a stranger and say,
you can't cold call nobody like that.
Right.
Just expect to get something from it, right?
And if he didn't have this previous relationship, I wouldn't have even mentioned this. But because he had the relationship, I said, he's at this club during the week. I've seen him there once a week. See if it's cool for you to come hang out, vibe. Like, obviously he'll be working, but the more you show face, you know, the more he'll see he cares. And sometimes you literally just have to show up and you can talk about it when you've gotten to that point.
Yeah.
As opposed to reaching out on email, texting, whatever. So, and that kind of like takes us to where this podcast is going in regards to the episode of Leveling Up.
Yeah.
Because we want to help. I feel like there's a big gap there. We feel like there's a big gap on how to get to that next stage. You know, you want to grow. We all want to grow. We all want to take it to the next level. What do you guys think will be a good? Well, let me give you a situation.
Here he goes answering the questions again.
No, I'm giving you a situation. I'm not answering, motherfucker. So a DJ reached out to me and said, "Yo, I see, you know, you're doing Vegas. I want to do Tao and Hakkasan." And like when DJs come at me with that, it's so overwhelming because
this is the LA cat, right?
It doesn't
DJ.
matter. Sure, it doesn't matter. But regardless, it's like it's an overwhelming question for me to react to because it's never that easy as to who I know. Yeah. Even if I know the guy that well, usually it's not that easy. But I 100% appreciate his hunger, his drive to get into the biggest clubs in the country and just to break into Vegas. We all want to break into Vegas and have some sort of consistency there. So, but because it's not that easy, I feel like we need to talk about it. There's levels, there's a process. Let's shoot for the stars and let's use Vegas as the example. Okay. What do you guys feel? I'll start with you. What do you feel would be a proper way of going about a situation like this or something similar?
Well, I think the main like meat and potatoes of it all is like you hear a lot of the times, I want to get to the next level. Yeah. Like I want to be here. I want to be there. Right.
Okay. You want to do.
And that's great to have those ambitions, but you have to have a plan. And I think most of the time, actually, people say what they want, but they don't have like a game plan to it, and they haven't prepared for that moment. And I think that's usually step one is you have to map out how you're going to get there.
And it's okay not to
step
know how
one,
to.
Have the vision, have the goal.
Yeah.
Step two, map out.
Well, yeah. Step two is you have to recognize where you are today.
Sure.
And what does your brand say? And because I know the question that you're bringing up and who you're speaking about, you know, the biggest thing you have to see is where you are today and the venues that you're doing and the gigs that you're taking, do they align to your end goal?
Exactly.
And if they do not, then how do you pivot them and connect them there? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I could see the mansion in my dreams, but is my current job going to get me there?
Yeah.
Or is it going to take another stream of income or 2 or 3 or 4 more? Right? What can I put together that's going to bring this package to where I want to get? Yeah. And so I think what's really important is when you have somebody like, say they want to do Hakkasan, right? And when I think of Hakkasan, I tend to think of the Tiestos, the Calvin Harris, the big guys, right? Yeah. But then you could also take it to, all right, I want to be able to do one of those Sunday one night only situations, right? Where they have the hip hop dudes that they're booking. They've had E-Rock, they've had Spider, Just Incredible,
CLA,
Eric Deluxe, CLA has done one. Yeah. Like you see those things, but are you doing the same things that they're doing in their brands that will align with that position? Yeah. Right? And are you ready? Because have you gone to those nights and have you listened to how those nights go?
Sure.
You know what I mean? You got a gig coming up really soon over at Playhouse. Yeah. And I've seen you at Playhouse probably 3 or 4 different times just through social media, or I get the phone call like, yo, Miki, where are you? And I'm like, I'm in bed. They're like, oh, okay, well, Dainja's here. We just thought you'd be here. I'm like, fuck.
And not just Playhouse, but just out.
I'm like, damn, we're a couple.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, I'm not going just to Playhouse to hear these guys. I'm going out and hearing all the DJs at different venues.
And every room is different, right? Yeah. So, like, if, when this airs, I've already had been back to Avenue again.
Mhm.
But like before I did Avenue the first time, I was there all the time. You know, I'm probably gonna go pull up tonight, you know, to go listen to just the room again, you know, and it's doing the homework and being prepared. You know what I mean? Because it's one thing to land a gig, it's another to execute. And I think ultimately, if you're looking to level up, like you just have to be ready and have realistic, attainable things within your reach that, you know, you can go for. And that's really the first kind of steps, you know, beyond having the vision. Like, I want to go do, I don't know if I have a dream gig, but ultimately, like, I know that where I'm headed right now is my attainable goals, and then I think that should lead into other doors to open up.
Yeah. I think it's a hard. I think the question, like, I think that's, you know, you can say, okay, this is what needs to get done. The hard part is actually doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can easily say, yo, let's go to Hakkasan. Let's go to whatever your dream spot or the spot that you want to move up to.
Right.
It's just about getting it done. Like, I know a lot of, you know, DJs out there probably don't have the luxury of only DJing and being able to, you know, afford. Some of them might have 9 to 5s. You know, some of them have families, you know, kids, wives, whatever the scenario is. So it's hard to leave that and be on a constant grind of networking, you know, and making it consistent.
Right.
You know, going outside of them working, if they, let's say, you know, your average DJ is working twice a week, you at least have to go out 2 more times out of that week to kind of get your networking on and be consistent. And if you got a family at home, or if you got a 9 to 5 and you got to be up at 6, 7 a.m. in the morning, you know, that shit gets exhausting. So, you know, I think at the end of the day, you know, it's your drive. Like, you have to understand, like, okay, I have to sacrifice my sleep. I have to sacrifice some time with my family, with my loved ones, in order to go out there and hit these spots and be able to provide a better future, not just for myself, but for them as well. Can you imagine if you went to Vegas on a weekday night?
Yeah.
And then had to catch an early flight just to get back home, just to be right. Shit, we used to do it back in the day. I'm like, yo, I got to be at work, but I'm coming out tonight and be on a fucking flight at 7, you know, 6, 7 in the morning to be to work by 9, 10 o'clock or whatever. And, you know, and I'm, you know, Mike does it all the time. He runs a business and he's out and shit and exhausted. Yeah. You don't sleep. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately for Mike, he don't have a family at home, so
gotta take advantage
he's
of that.
still, you know, he's still sacrificing his sleep and his sanity and shit like that, and it all means something to, you know, a lot of people. So that's the hard part. I think that's the hard part. But once you have that conversation with yourself and you decide that that's what it is and that's what you want to do, you gotta do the footwork. The footwork is, you know, you gotta go, like you said, the research. Go out to these spots. You know, listen.
Yeah.
You were saying earlier when we were conversating, like, meet the people that are on the same playing field as you, learning who you can network and, you know, understanding who are the people that you need to be in position. I don't know. I know who you're talking about, but I don't know if they have any connections to the spot that they want to, they want to spin at, you know.
No, he's a connection.
I guess
I'm as close as it gets for now.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you're the connection. I mean, but when was the last time you've been to Hakkasan?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like, okay, I know someone that is in the city.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yo, what's some advice? All right, cool. Maybe you can take that advice and choose to do it, choose what you want to do with it and get to the city. And then, all right, maybe you might know someone that is affiliated with Hakkasan or a mutual friend or some shit like that. And maybe can pass the introduction if you are willing to do that or put your reputation on the line. Yeah. But that's hard to ask because, like Mike was saying, if the DJ that you are today or the person that you are today and the stuff that you're already doing or your brand today is not in line of what you want to go, you can't ask somebody to shoot you the referral. Like, listen, I gotta put my reputation online to shoot you that referral. And you, for example, if this DJ is asking you to run you an introduction, right? And let's say, for the sake of the conversation, you feel like this DJ's branding is not in line where, you know, the place that he wants to spin in. Are you going to put your reputation on with your reputation on the line with whoever it is that you have that contact with and say, hey, yo, you need to check out, you know, such and such, blah, blah, blah. And they, you know, because they're cool with you and they have you built that relationship with them, are they willing to do that? And then if they feel like all right, cool, I'll do it. But then that DJ they're like, the boy, the cat that, or the person that you referred me to, it's just not a great fit for us right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And they kind of look at you being like, why would you refer this person to me for?
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think that's, it's, you have to know who you can talk to, understand if you are going to ask that person for a referral or for anything or any type of advice, understand the position that you're putting that person into, and kind of like you really, and understand that it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. Like
100%.
You're not, if you're interested in the spot, you're not going to be in there next month or 2 months or 3 months from now. It could be a spot that you won't be in for the next year or two.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, and you never want to force anything, right?
No,
you want
absolutely
things
not.
to gel naturally.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you're putting yourself in this position where you're uncomfortable, then it's more than likely not the right thing to do, because you're not only jeopardizing the contact that put it together, but you're jeopardizing your word or your own gigs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's really important. And I think what you touched on that was really great was, once you discover your why, like why do I get up every day? Why do I sacrifice sleep? Why do I go and commit time and energy into this particular part of my life? Well, it's because what matters in your life.
Exactly.
If it means something to you, you're going to go fucking get it.
Exactly.
Like get up and get it.
And go
That's
get
it.
it. It's that simple.
And go ahead.
Well, to Rell's point, again, Schoeny taking time off of booking.
Yep.
It don't matter whether he's missing out on $1,000 or $100. The fact that he took time away from the booking, away from whatever he was in his comfort zone with, and roll the dice because he doesn't know if the booker is going to be there. He's just hoping that he is. And if anything, he just has a good time in Vegas,
Yeah.
So yeah, to your point, that's a sacrifice that he made.
Yeah.
And 6 months, 7 months from now, it might pay off. To your point, I agree with everything you said, but it also comes down to relationships. You can be whoever you are, and if you just have this incredible relationship with the booker can figure out a way to justify to put you on. Like I've seen it, and sometimes shit doesn't make sense, but then I figure out their relationship and I go, oh, okay, that's why.
To give people a little tidbit on something that I really apply to my life in regards to different categories, whether it's leveling up or just being able to expand on your reach on people, is I would find, it's called the rule of thirds. And so what you want to find is to kind of change your mindset and the things you're going through in your life.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we get to this plateau, right?
Yeah.
And you work, and you see what's in front of you, and you know what you can do, but you don't know how to get to that quote unquote next step.
Yeah.
And so sometimes what helps is you have 3 different types of people in your life. You have the person that wants to be where you're at. You have the person that is where you're at, and you have the person that you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're able to find those 3 people, and obviously the most difficult person to find is the mentor, like people that you want to be like, people that you look up to, people that have maybe the gigs that you're looking to get. And those are a little tougher to find. I think maybe on the DJ side, I think it's a little easier because there's a lot of DJs that are just great guys, like great people.
Absolutely.
And girls.
But there's a lot of assholes out there.
But there's a lot of assholes. But I apply this to my life in just every facet, like spiritually or as a family. Like there's people in my life like Abner who has a family and is married and has a kid. Like, yeah, I want to have a family. I want to get to that level, right? You're in a relationship, you're engaged, you're working your way up, you live with your girl. Like all those things I can look up to. Then there's the guys that, of course, I keep my own company that we're single and we're trying to find our way. And then there's the guy who's like not even thinking about dating, but there's, you could think of it like that. On the business side, I think of people who are starting their own companies and I can help them. And it reminds me of my hustle that I had before I had a business. It reminds me of the struggles. It reminds me of the different things, and it reminds me of how far I've gone, so that it encourages me that this is just a step to the rest of the steps.
Yeah.
Then there's a person who's like me, has a business. We're busting our butts. We're still hustling for gigs.
Yeah.
We're not working every weekend, but we want to get busier or get in the right place is really kind of my more focus. And then of course I hit up, the Just Incredibles, the Sour Milks, the different friends that are really making moves, and they're in these great venues, the Eric Deluxes and the Fives, all these dudes, that are really great guys, give you access. But the reality is, like, they're not gonna put you on, not because they can't, like, they can and they don't want to. It's just politics, and it's just part of the storyline that's there. But if you hang around, the right people, you'll learn and understand why these guys are constantly busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'll pick up on why they're a light in a dark room. You know what I mean? You'll understand why the energy is always at the top, right?
Yeah.
And then, and then with the other guys, you'll see, like, you'll be able to either teach them or help encourage each other, right?
Yeah.
We're kind of a group that we've known each other for so long, and we're continually growing in different avenues, but we're pushing each other.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's important. And being able to reach out to people every single day just to, like, remind each other where we're at. What can we do better? Like, constantly just having a conversation. That's all we're trying to do. Yeah. This podcast is literally just to start a conversation. Like, half the time we're bullshitting, but, like, really, we're just trying to bring up topics for you, the listener, and the person that supports a company like DJ City, a company like Beat Source, that backs us into being able to just have a conversation with everybody, so we can all just be better. You know what I mean? That's really the goal.
Let's say you are, I guess, quote unquote, the man in your city, and you're trying to reach out, and you're trying to branch out to another city and, a different market or whatnot. You got to kind of start again. So you got to humble yourself. Yeah. Because you come from a place where you're probably, worship in your city. Like, everyone's coming to you because you the man or you're the girl in your city. Like you constantly have, you're the one that the DJs are coming for to get bookings and X, Y, and Z. Now you got to put yourselves in their shoes. Yeah. Right. And you have to humble yourself enough to want to go and network with these other DJs, to want to go and meet these bookers and check out these venues.
That's the key
and
word.
Standing in the back of the room and not at a table. You know what I'm saying?
That's the key word, is humble, because
Joe.
I've gone through like 1, 2, 3 strong months and start feeling myself. And I know this, I can't be the only one that feels like this. Yeah. And start thinking like I can get any booking, which should be the mentality, but without thinking of the process and a proper way of doing it. Yeah. I'm expecting these people will reach out, or I'm expecting to get these bookings, which are high in the totem pole. And it doesn't work like that. No. Like, every situation is different. Just because you're the man here, just because you're feeling yourself in this region, doesn't mean they see you the same way over there.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
And look, this is like the hustling way and the way, it's not the only way, right? Like, you could build your way, you could build your name. I mean, shoot, you really want to be the person to sell the tickets. That obviously gives you the most leverage if you have a name and a brand. Clearly that is a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of energy to invest in yourself. Yeah. If you get a chance, make sure to go check out my man's Dainja Instagram page, and you can see, that curated artwork, specific to everything that's going on. Yep. Yeah. Shout out to DJ Vice. He does a lot of dope little quirky collective segments of content, with the Mino Hablo, him being a Latino DJ but doesn't know how to speak Spanish. He does content like that. He does these taco drives where he goes to eat tacos with really famous people. And, even those things, like, he's invested into them just to continue to spread his range and the people he connects with. So,
well, I'm glad you brought up Vice, because that's a really good example of, like, Vice. He's on top. He's on top of the mountain. He can do anything he wants and go anywhere he wants. So if he just wanted to just do DJ stuff and keep it simple and minimal, he'd be fine, right? He doesn't need to go out and do radio if he doesn't want to. I know he does it, but he doesn't need to do a bunch of extra stuff, but he chooses to because he feels it's great for his brand.
Yeah.
And because he wants to expand and continue to do something outside of just posting DJ stuff and doing DJ stuff, like it shows in his Instagram. He gives you a bunch of different things, the taco stuff, the Mi No Hablo stuff. Like that's a really good example of being slightly different to continue to get ahead, or in his case, stay on top. Because like Mike and I were talking about this, and I know we've talked about on the podcast, everyone's a DJ. We all DJ.
Yeah.
So what are you doing to gain the attention? Even if it's just 3% different than anybody else, what are you doing slightly left that's separating you from the pack? You know, like whether it's on Instagram, whether it's how you connect with bookers, whether it's how you build your relationships. When Mike gets this thing up and going the way he wants to as a DJ, he's got that Mag Park thing in his back pocket. You know, he's a solid DJ and he's got that Mag Park thing. Once this shit gets going, they're going to look at that and they're going to take note of that. You know, and I'm not saying you have to own a business. I'm not saying you have to do what Vice is doing.
No, I mean,
just have something different that separates you, that will make a towel booker, a Hakkasan booker, like at least just read your email. I don't even think they read the emails half the time. Yeah. So at least like, what are you gonna do that's gonna make people, you know, change their minds or consider, like just consider you.
Yeah.
What's funny is in the beginning I thought it was a little cringy, but your elite escort thing, everybody refers to it.
It's fucking genius.
People see escort shit, they think of you. They'll post that shit. The sign that the dude reposted.
Marco Penza, shout out to him.
To get escorted.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dre Sinatra. You know, you're gonna rest your straw. People are resting plastic straws, which is completely beyond the point, because the whole point is to rest your paper straw. And you know, shout out to Dre. Like every time somebody's drinking a drink with a paper straw, for the most part, they're gonna repost it with his thing, right? They see fruit in a fucking water, they think of him. You know what I mean? Just incredible. He made metal straws. Like yo, like stuff like that. Sour Milk did a condom, so you could put your milk in the condom.
Wow.
Your sour milk in the condom.
Shit.
Wow.
But like stuff like that is just like smart.
Yeah.
And
it's an extension.
Of course. Shout out to Eric Deluxe and Fade. You know, they hooked me up for the holidays. They both gave me the group and Eric Deluxe gave me each a bottle of wine. You know, with their logo on it. You know what I mean? So like all of those different things just like kind of go full circle into why these guys are, you know, on top, I think, and why there's a way to connect with them, right? Everybody, I mean, look, last time I went to Vegas, I'll be real, like half of these guys are like Euro stepping me and saying, "What's up with your shot?" Like because of belly buckets, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so all of those things, you got to just find a way to connect and what your thing is. And I think those things help you get noticed, you know, from the pack.
And you know what? That also helps bring up conversations, because sometimes guys don't know how to approach you. Sounds crazy because we're just as everyday as anybody else. Yeah. But they don't know how to approach you, but they know I got the escort thing. They know you got the basketball thing. So they do that, or they say that to me. And
they
that
tell
helps.
you how much?
No. I mean, they know.
2,500.
They know it's a whole separate conversation. Like,
2,500.
It's a whole different thing.
You gotta get my lawyer involved in that one.
Season's over. That was the end of season
sale. End of
season price. We're getting the cuffing season.
This cuffing season
went up.
Shit.
Prices went up. But just to wrap this up on my end,
you probably will bring some other shit up.
Huh?
We have an inside joke that Dainja always goes to wrap this up, and then he's like, one more thing.
Three more
things.
For me to wrap up what I gotta say, and I promise I'm done, unless I want to chime in on what you guys gotta say. But no, so again, leveling up, show up, take time to go to the venue, show that you care, figure out a way to separate yourself from the pack. Be creative, man. That's really what separates some of us from the others, is how creative are you? You can look at what's going on and do that. You can follow that model, but you got to figure out if that's going to separate you. So, I mean, really like sit in a room with no music, no phone, and just like a pen and pad and just think, what can I do? And just get all the bad ideas out the way And out of 100 ideas, you might have one that takes you to another idea, or that just takes you down the lane you need to go.
Yeah.
So if you really want to level up, you got to put the time in. Some of you are right there, like you're freaking right there, and you just need one little thing, one little extra thing, or one little thing on the side to just navigate you to, wherever you need to be.
Well said.
Indeed.
Well, I think that does it for today's episode.
Episode 14.
Hopefully episode 14. Hopefully we were informative. And, whatever you guys want to talk about, slide in our DMs.
Yeah. I mean, if you have any more questions in regards to this, we're always welcome to keep the conversation going.
Send us questions in regardless.
Yeah. And keep reposting us. We appreciate that.
All the love,
we
all the
will
support.
reshare them always.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks for tuning in to the MikiDz Podcast.
Indeed.